Misty coming at you live from Epic Together, and we are trying to get rid of snow. Dun dun dun, snow! Anyway, yeah, we stay here long enough, the snow will eventually evaporate. But, for now, we're gonna try and delete it. Alright, so, where did we leave off? Do we remember? No, not really. So how many of you are actually interested in the story? I'm hoping that pretty much everybody's interested in it, but you know, people have their preferences and stuff like that, and that's fine. I don't judge. Nope. I have my own preferences. Like, I don't like super scary stuff. And I mean, super scary stuff, some scary stuff is okay. Super scary stuff's not okay. Sorry. You'll probably hear that a lot. So yeah, we're cleaning up all the snow off of the ground because, well, it fell out of the sky. Yep. And then we're gonna go and create some really cool, interesting stuff. We already created, sorry. Ugh, horrible. We already created the Throned Court. The Throned Court. And then what we're gonna do now is we are going to add a few details. Well, we're gonna attempt to add details. I mean, I'm not super good at stuff, but we will figure it out. Yeah. Anyway. I just broke that. Alright. So why don't we talk about Lion? That's Flame's mate. His name is Lion. He's not a lion. His name is Lion. There's a difference. Yeah. So if you're thinking, oh, he's a lion, well, he's not. He is actually named Lion because of his really awesome golden fur. And he is mates with Flame. Ooh, interesting. Now the story has gone somewhere. Anyway, so Lion is a doctor wolf, basically. Actually, he's more of a clinic wolf because he works in the clinic. Wow, you cannot see me. Hang on. Let's fix that. Okay. Lion is a clinic wolf because he works in Fern's Den, and he actually ends up becoming a mentor for our hero. Damn it. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say, oh man, shucks. Anyway, because of the coughing. Anyway, yeah, he is officially going to be named mentor to our hero. Yep, I almost said her name. Almost said her name! Don't say her name! She hasn't gotten it yet because you're not there yet. Anyway, yeah, her name is given to her by Wolfgang. Just so everyone knows. Yep. He is actually allowed to do that because she has improved in, well, how she grew up, of course. Well, how she's growing. I mean, how she grew up is the reason why she lost her name. But how she is currently growing, well, that's a different story. But she ends up earning a new name. We're not getting into that. And, yeah. Damn. Sorry. So, Lion is mate to Flame, and he is a clinic wolf. He knows a lot about how to deal with minor injuries and stuff like that. He's also an herb collector, so if you're looking for a reason to find herbs, he would be the one that you would go to, and, you know, he would help you. He's very skilled at finding them, knows exactly how they're placed and found, because, well, the herbs, they grow in the forest around their camp. Yeah, there's a forest around their camp, if you were wondering. Their camp is basically like a kingdom, but we're going to call it a camp because it's not really as a kingdom would be. It has the structure of a kingdom, but it is not called a kingdom. It is a camp. That didn't work. Try that again. We'll go this way. Yeah, it's a camp, not a kingdom. Get it right. Anyway. At the moment, we are currently getting rid of snow. See? Snow. We knocked down a few trees. So the snow came off of those trees, and now we're having to clean up our mess. Our mess. Yep. Anyway, Lion ends up becoming one of her mentors. And yeah, I do mean one of her mentors because she officially has more than one mentor at the beginning. And then, well, Winter, you know, he needs like expert help, I guess, if you want to say that. I mean, he does have a lot on his plate. He's a very respected wolf and has a lot on his plate. And yeah, teaching a young little wolf is not one of his main things on his list. So, yeah. So he recruits a few wolves to help him out. And he's allowed to do that because of how high his standing is within the pack. Yep. Many wolves would not be okay with certain things, but he is so highly recognized and has a great standing that every wolf respects him and accepts whatever he asks because, well, he has kept the camp safe for decades. Haha. Yes. But we're not here to talk about Winter. We're here to talk about Lion. He's a Dr. Wolf. Well, clinic wolf. He's actually training to be a Dr. Wolf currently. Because with the time that he has with training his young pupil, he needs more understanding in the realm of doctor understanding this. Well, I mean, think about it. If you had a patient that you couldn't take care of because you didn't know much about it, and you needed to know more, you would have to go through schooling and learn all about that so that you could help benefit your client. So that's basically what Lion is currently doing. He is learning his subject so that he can help her out. And yeah, our young hero has a lot of features that come with being who she is. Traits, if you want to go that crazy. Yeah, she has a few traits. That wouldn't technically be very good in her case, but you know, they're wolves and they'll deal. But yeah, that works. Well, let's say our young hero has very tough skin. Compared to a rookie of her age, her skin is much tougher than it should be, and so it makes it harder for her to feel, well, any kind of pain. Like, let's say you wanted to run a 500-mile run. Well, at some point, you would get tired and exhausted, and you'd be like, I'm done. Because you would feel the muscle burning and the stuff. Well, she doesn't feel that until like several hours. Like she could go for days on end with running around and, you know, all kinds of stuff. But for her, that's not very smart because, well, she's young and they have to take breaks because they're young. You can't go and 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 go without falling down and dropping to the ground. Well, our young hero can keep going and 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 going like an Energized bunny. But not with the amount of energy that they have. Like, she's not bouncy and over the top with her energy. Her energy comes from the fact that, well, she can keep going. She shouldn't because of her muscles and being young and the fact that they're still growing and it could be dangerous. And, you know, you pull a muscle, it's no fun, right? You have to deal with that. And well, for her, she's little and small and childlike that, you know, get hurt, you pull a muscle and they don't know they're doing it, and it's like, the worst imaginable pain you can think of. Well, she doesn't feel that, so she doesn't realize that she's overdoing it and ending up with super strained muscles, pulled tendons, you know, the works. And that's where her doctor, her personalized doctor, comes in handy. Yes, our hero has a personalized doctor. Just because of that fact alone. So, yeah. If you were wondering who is her personal doctor, well, I'm not going to tell you that. You'll just have to keep watching to learn more about her doctor. Ha 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 ha. And no, if you're thinking it's Lion, it's not. Lion isn't qualified to take care of the amount of work that needs to be repaired with our heroes' muscles and stuff. Yeah. I think I got all the snow. I'm not sure. Oh, look, he burned up and died. Poor thing. Poor thing. It's a freaking zombie. You can't say poor thing. It's not even a zombie villager. I mean, it would make sense if it was a zombie villager, right? But it wasn't even a zombie villager. So anyway, our hero has her own personalized doctor. That's all I'm going to say. And it's not Lion. Although it starts out being Lion, if that helps. But he's not qualified at all. Not one. Hang on. Ah, we're too close. Way too close. Let's just back up. There you go. Not one bit. Yeah, so he has to go through a lot of training to learn about all the extra stuff that goes with learning about the body. You know, like muscles, the skeleton structure, and all that stuff. Yeah, not like inside the body. Jeez, nobody does that. It's crazy. I mean, there's a thing for humans for that, but the wolves don't do that because that would be gross. Sorry. I have a cough that just won't quit. But yeah, so Lion teaches her about herbs, what to look for in an herb, what colors and all that stuff when he first goes out with her, and he's interested. I mean, he really gets to know her and learns a lot about her, but he's Winter's charge. Well, she is Winter's charge, and he basically gives Saiyan what Whisper or our hero gets to learn. So ignore that. Yeah, well, I'm currently like super far into the book right now that we're technically at her teenage age right now, whereas you guys are at her childlike age. Yeah, she's like a 10-year-old. Yeah. In human layman's terms, she's like a 10-year-old growing up to be a teenager, basically. Hence why she can't be in the polling den as long as, you know, continuing to be in the polling den after her monster mistake and all that stuff. So, yeah, but she also earns the right to not have to stay in the polling den anymore either. So, I mean, it's a complicated situation. You'll have to keep reading if you want to know more. Don't worry, I'm still processing the book, getting it done so that you can have the voices, so you're not having to hear my other weird structured voice. But yeah, I currently have three chapters done in voices. You'll have to wait till April before I can do more, and maybe even then you'll have to still wait because not only do you have to add it to the chapter, it has to be added to the paragraphs. So, and I only have a certain amount of credits in the 11 labs in order to use the voices. So, we have to be very stingy in stuff right now, especially in the creation mode. I actually have the story copied into the place to make the voices. It's just we have to wait, and it's going to be a minute or two. So you may have to hear me talk about how I'm creating the story, and I can tell you all the certain little details. If you want to know more about it, you can either wait for the story to come out, or you can, you know, wait until I mess up and give stuff away by accident. Anyway. Well, obviously I've messed up twice now. I've given out her name twice. If you haven't been paying attention, great. If you have, great. Either way. But yeah, our young hero is going through a lot right now. She has to learn and process and learn and process. And she's a teenager, for Pete's sake. They learn and process a lot. I have hiccups now. Great. It's gonna be fun. I found a better way to hide the lights. With the add-on for painting, we just needed a green shroom light, and then voila. Easy hidden light. I got the hiccups. They're hurting. Sorry. Bloop. Like I said, right now we are currently just getting rid of the snow. And talking about Lion. And all of the things that he's actually very good at. And he's very good at finding herbs and stuff. Yeah. And he teaches our young hero how to find them. Of course, she's also knows exactly what kind of herb, some of the herbs to look for. Oh, and don't worry, there's many other things to the doctors besides herbs and medicine. Yeah, we have a lot of things. There's actually one part where if you continue, you'll actually get to meet a rogue who they end up helping out. Technically, it's a lone wolf, but nobody cares about that whole detail situation bit. So, yeah. Look, we still need her spot, and his spot. Wing is a boy. All the wolves are named after something nature related, or sky related, or weather related, or I guess water related if you want to go that route. Yeah. Oh, our young hero is also learning Tai Chi. She's already learned a bit of Taekwondo. Like I said, not regular wolves. Anyway, yeah. So she's learning Taekwondo currently. She has been shown beginning moves at the moment. She will be shown more moves, and then she will have to practice them by herself, because the difference between an alpha warrior training versus a omega warrior training is that the omegas have to practice on their own, alone, all by themselves. Once they get the moves down, then they can add their own moves to it and do their own thing. The difference between the alphas is that they run through a set course of certain types of moves, and they work as a group, team together. Because what happens is if an alpha warrior ends up outside alone, they have to be willing to deal with the dangers, and they have to work well with the pack, because they're out there by them. They're out there with their group, so they have to learn to work as a group and defend and protect. Kind of like these wolves. There's 1, 2, 3. So these 3 would be technically alphas. They'd be alpha warriors, and they would work under Eagle and her team, because Eagle is in charge of training the alpha warriors. Yeah, and the omegas, they work alone, so they're like kind of like a lone wolf situation, but that's because of the fact that they also have like super important things that they have to be doing. They're not trained to fight with intruder, not intruders. They're not trained to fight dangers that are outside the camp. They're trained to fight inside the camp. They defend it, so they use defense moves rather than offense moves. Alphas use offensive moves and defensive moves at the same time, while Omegas use defensive moves only because they are defending the camp. That's their job, is to defend the inside of the camp. They help get the young to safety, they help get the new lights to safety, the elders to safety. Their job is to ensure the safety of the pack inside the camp. So they don't have to go and do a whole lot of extra training for fight skills. So, yeah. They're different. But Omegas also have super important jobs that they're doing around the camp, inside and out. They'll go on a patrol with a team of alphas, and they will be some of them will be like an escort. They'll defend the wolves that are within the patrol, or they will they will go and get help. They're the first to be the one on the scene to go get help. If there's major trouble and they can't, and the alphas that are currently with them can't handle the situation, then the Omega, depending on which one gets picked, or chooses to go, decides in what trend they'll decide to go get help. And they'll run back to camp to get the help. And then they'll lead the wolves that he called for help to the patrol that needs help, so that they can get that all situated and safety and all that stuff gets taken care of, because they don't want to leave their pack members to fight by themselves. It's not fun. And like I said, these are no ordinary mountain lions, no ordinary caribou, no ordinary bears. I mean, you gotta think, a different world, different place. They have 2 moons, and when they're born, they go off of the original moon that was their first. And then when they get older, they go off of the second moon, which is blue. So that's pretty cool. If you are all interested in what happens in the story, please feel free to check out my YouTube channel, Sheep Slayer of MC. That's literally my YouTube channel. Boom. There it is. And you can also watch some of the really cool stuff I've built in the past, or you can, keep watching for really cool stuff in the future. This is just something that I figured that would be different and most people might be interested in. So if you are interested in watching my videos, please feel free to do so. I don't mind at all. And for those that are currently watching on YouTube, please check out my Twitch channel at Sheep Slayer MC. Yeah. And yeah, you can check out all the really cool stuff before it gets posted on YouTube. But streaming is a bit chaotic, so if you are wanting more regular scheduled stuff, YouTube would be the place to go. If you're looking for when I'm on, I'm on, and when I'm off, I'm off. But when I'm on, I do what I can to show off what I'm gonna do next. Yep. So, This here is the throned court. It was supposed to be thorn, but apparently you can't spell thorn on Google keyboards without messing up. So it's now officially the throned court. And it's named after a really cool wolf. Sorry. Also, you'll know more about that wolf later in the story. Dun, 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 dun. In the story, you will know more. And this is where they will come and train, and they'll do it individually. This way, the area doesn't get overcrowded with wolves. Eagle's Court is actually a lot bigger than what I created currently in Minecraft. But, I mean, it's the gist of what I'm trying to show off, because I can't really build the whole thing. There's a few stuff that's recommended, and I just don't have the space currently, and yeah. So, Eagle's Court is a lot bigger than this, but this is the gist of Eagle's Court. You got the track for running, you got the things. Basically, think of boot camp training for the army. This would be Eagle's Court. That would be Eagle's Court. So yeah, you got your exercise equipment, your jumping hurdles, your running the circle track thing. There's a bunch of other stuff too, but I can't put it all in this one space. So this is the gist of what you get. Also, Eagle has a den where some of the alpha warriors can sleep if they needed to sleep. So none of those are wolves. But yeah. Yep, that's pretty much it. I mean, Lion is just a doctor. Well, he's a doctor wolf, yes. He's a healer for the clinic of the den for Fern. But he is in training to be a doctor wolf for the hospital. It's not a real hospital. It's a wolf-like hospital, so you have to think in terms of wolf hospitalness. I'll do my best to describe what it'll look like as I build it, but don't get your hopes up. I'm doing the best I can with what I currently have. Yeah, there's probably those. They could probably do way better, but, you know, they don't have the story that goes with it. Dun, da, 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 da. Anyway. So, yeah. A lot goes into that. And what level are we? We're at number 33. Wow. That's looking for 33 minutes. Okay. Well, I mean, there's not much to tell about Lion. He's mates with Flame. He can be strict if he needs to be. He will be, I should make that a secret. Alright, well how about this? You tell me what you think Lion's, I just put a hole in the ground. You tell me what Lion's role will end up becoming later down in the future role. Yeah. I already know. But it would be nice to know what you think. So you tell me, and then I'll go from there. And then as we get closer, I'll tell you. Also, what do you think Flame's job is currently? As well. I could tell you right now that it's a very important job. I mean, some of you probably wouldn't think it's important, but it really is important because young wolves need to be, you know, given guidance, help, encouragement, love, joy, all that stuff. Oh, and for those that you want to know, or our hero is an orphan, technically. So think in terms of that. Some of you might relate to her, and some of you might not. It's fine. Yep, she has no mom. She has no dad. I mean, she did have one, because she wouldn't have been born otherwise, but how about this? What do you think happened to her mom? Woo! Oh, it won't work. We're not near a wall. Hang on. This way. And woo! It's way too close. So what do you think happened to her mom? Oh, and what do you think happened to her dad? Da-da-da. And why do you think she doesn't have parents? Interesting. It's a spider jockey. Bye, spider jockey. No, spider jockeys don't exist in my world. They exist in Minecraft world, but not in the wolf world. There are no zombies, no witches, nothing like that. Oh, look, he has a kid. He took his kid to work. If you would like a hint, I could give you one right now. It involves a bear. Anyway, that's all I can say. Da, 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 da. Let's see. I don't know. Why do you think our hero lost her name? Hmm? 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 Yeah, I know. The beginning of the story actually tells you. But the reason she does is because of the fact that she made a mistake. And it cost her big. And by that I mean the fact that, you know, her life was in danger. She put everybody else in danger. She refused to listen to people or wolves when, you know, she was informed of said danger. And yeah, she still ran into the danger. So you can imagine why our hero made a mistake and why it's such a big mistake. It's not something that you can just overlook and be like, oh, no big deal, you'll learn. Like, no, it was huge. It was monumentous. It changed the course of everything for their pack. I mean, they now have to share with a rival pack because of her blatant disregard and following simple orders. I mean, they were super simple. You can get those simpler than... Anyway, we'll ignore that. So you can expect to understand why the other wolves are really upset at her. I mean, Wolfgang for sure, because, well, he's the one who actually gave her the orders to, you know, listen to him when they got out to the hunting area. It's a special area where they get to hunt caribou. Normally, caribou is hunted during the silent season, but if you're a wolf and you get lucky enough, you get to go on these really cool, I won't say adventures because that's silly. I swear I saw snow. Did you see snow? I saw snow. But yeah, you get to go on these really cool adventures, and you get to become a graduate of a howling status. It's not nighttime. What am I doing? Oh, I'm trying to make it nighttime. You can't go to sleep to make it nighttime. I'm gonna have to make it nighttime. Hang on. But yeah, I mean, you can't get to go on these really cool trips unless you pass a certain test, or a certain few tests, and then you learn how really cool it is to be in a group and hunting the really cool caribou. For Omegas, it's a super big, monumentous occasion, but because our hero doesn't want to be an Omega, because she was, you know, brainwashed into thinking alphas were everything, that, you know, I know. Now you're going, wait, what? She was brainwashed? Seriously? How? Right. Like I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna have to just keep watching and waiting and learning. Maybe I might mess up and give away the answer. You never know. But yeah, she makes a mistake, and it's not intentional. She doesn't do it because she, you know, hates them or anything like that, or resents them. No, she does it because she wants to prove that she can be really strong and just as good as an alpha. Oh, during her trip out to the hunting area to go hunt the caribou for the graduation ceremony kind of thing, well, needless to say, a rival pack is trying to take possession of the hunting territory, the whole hunting territory, not just half of the hunting territory. No. They want all of the hunting territory. So when they get there, Wolfgang and her get there, well, she immediately joins them, trying to show off how smart she is, you know? I mean, so she's immediately engrossed in the group of wolves that are trying to take out these other wolves. They're standing on this line. So, yeah, I'll explain it this way. There's this line, and then on this side of the line is one wolf. He's right there. And then one wolf here is right here. And they're this close to each other. Teeth and everything. So, needless to say, there happens to be this one particular wolf. Here, we'll move this down a little bit so you can gauge what's going to happen. So, this wolf and this wolf are face to face. There's this other wolf, and nobody is facing this wolf. Nobody. Well, you can imagine why, right? Well, that's simple. It's because this wolf is the king wolf. These are his subordinates, and these are our king's subordinates. Our king is over here at a higher advantage point where he can see everything that's going on, so he can help direct his wolves. His second, well, not his second in command, but his alpha group, they're called the elite alphas, and they're also called the Pax Guard. And basically, they are supposed to help protect the king. So we have him, and he's standing about here, and he's ordering his elite alphas plus regular alphas that are in this fray. And they're all like this, and they're all like facing this, and then the rival king has his along the line as well, and they're all facing each other. But the rival king is with his group in front of the line. And our young hero, and I mean young, so she's about this. This is about her size versus their size. So yeah, she walks up right to the king, like this close, and she barks at him, facing him. Look at that! Look! And she's doing everything the other wolves are doing. They're all in front of the other wolves, and they're fine. Well, the king, is ordering this one to go back with, we're going to put Wolfgang like right here, so, with Wolfgang. And he's over here. So boom, there's Wolfgang. So our hero is facing the rival king. Sorry about that. So our hero is facing the rival king. And they're, well, next to each other, face to face. She's been ordered back to go with him. But does she do that? No. No, she doesn't. She barks at the rival king, who then takes and puts her in his mouth like so. So now you have this teeny tiny pup in the mouth of the rival king. Oh no! It's so bad! And yeah, needless to say, that's what her giant mistake was. And in doing so, the king had a choice to make. He could either stay here, fight, and give up the hunting territory, or he could walk away. I mean, he could fight, and the pup would die, and he would have his hunting territory. But he chooses to back down, saving the life of the pup. And that pup ends up being called Pup, because at the time, her name is Thistle. Ooh, I gave away a major story plot line. Oh no! Anyway, her name is Thistle at that time. That's her first name. That's why she was blessed with a first name, and that her first name is Thistle. So the reason that she loses her name is because names mean things like titles. And when you lose your name, you lose, well, respect from your pack and everything. It means that you messed up big and you don't deserve a name. So they call you P-U-P, as in pup. So that's what ends up happening. And that is why her being in the status that she's in, because of how low rank she is what ends up costing her. Is because of that giant mistake. Yeah. So because of that giant, massive mistake. She's now lost her rank, and she's lost her name, and she's now called Pup, and she is lower than a tender paw. And tender paws are babies. Like babies. Like babies! You know, like cute, adorable puppy babies. Yeah. And so, that is what happened. And why it is such a big deal. Yeah. And that's why Wolfgang is really upset at her, why Winter is strict with her but not cruel, and why the pack argues if she should even deserve to have another mentor. That's why Wolfgang asks if there's any objections, and the first wolf that objects is Granite, because he is as old as Chief. Chief is the king wolf, by the way, if you didn't know that already. Now you do. But yeah, he's the king wolf. He's in charge. He's like the ultimate alpha. He leads his pack and everything. He doesn't lead from the front. He leads from the back to keep them all safe. Nope. That's how he runs his group and pack. So I think I've told you the story about Wolfgang and how he ends up earning his title and stuff. If you don't know, go check out that episode. It's about Winter. I believe I wrote it down in the title. It's like a current video I just created, so yeah. It was supposed to be like a super special thing that comes out and everybody was going to be like, oh wow, it looks amazing, but yeah, that didn't happen. But it's okay. I'm learning to live with it. No, I'm kidding, it's fine. This is an open clearing in the King's Court, I believe. Or is that Iris's den? No, that's Iris's den. The throne court is Iris's den. That one should be the quarry for Quartz. Yeah. Quartz has an awesome quarry that she trains her wolves in. It's an untouched quarry that, you know, hasn't been dug or anything, and it's made of rock and stuff. And so, yeah. And she has wolves that train here. They hunt little rabbits or squirrels or whatever, and little creatures and stuff can get in the area, and they hunt after that, and they learn how to do so. They also go through hunting moves and maneuvers that they can do. They also learn how to pick up speed and dodge objects and learn how to become very fast and agility. Their agility skills get upped, and their quick thinking skills for how fast they can turn on a dime is super important. All the skills that our current hero is actually learning right now. Well, that and, you know, how to grow up. So, yeah. So, over there is Quartz's court, and over here is our quarry, Quartz's quarry, and Iris's throned court. It's not really Iris's, but because Iris is the main leader of all the Omegas, sorry, almost said alphas, I meant all of the Omegas that she has patrols set. She also has two other wolves. Yeah, Tempest. Tempest is her second in command. Tempest is very temperamental, and she's also straightforward. She's not nice and friendly and cozy and comfortable. If you're looking for nice, warm, cozy, and comfortable, don't go to Tempest. you won't get it. And no, it's not after a Disney character or whatever. It's just a name that was like, oh hey, this is a weather thing, and I went with it. Yeah. So, not copyright or anything like that. So her name is Tempest, and her coat color is actually quite interesting. I don't remember it exactly right now, and I will get those details to you later. In the next video, possibly. I did say possibly. But yeah, we'll go from there, and we will start working. We can't go that way any further. And then this is the King's Den. Didn't think that through, did I? Okay, let's go that way. Because we need to go further into camp, I think. Actually, no. We pretty much have everything we need right now. Yeah, I think so. We need to decorate all the rooms for the king, but you know, we'll work on that later. Yeah, I think I pretty much got all the details for the camp. There aren't that many details, really. Oh, wait. We forgot one. But it should be noted that this is a clearing for them to like practice in and stuff, or just, you know, relax and chill out with each other and jibber jabber all they want, you know. All that jibber jabbering that they like to do. Actually, instead of those, I want to do slabs. Because I think they contain water too, so. Well, yeah, they need a place where they can relax and chill out and talk to one another. Do all that chit-chattering that they do. Okay, you heard that, right? Anyway. Oh man, it's freezing. It's not supposed to freeze. How did that happen? I don't know. Nope, it's freezing. Dang it. And I don't know how to keep it from freezing without covering it up. I wonder... I'll just do this. That didn't work. No, we need something that's gonna make heat. The water's not supposed to freeze. We're just gonna have to pretend that these don't exist. But yeah, this can be like their communal walkie-talkie area. Alright. So we can't go that way. Actually, we could go that way, couldn't we? Honestly, we could. Doesn't go all the way through. And we can, like, make it go in and down. And then this way this area can get used to hit the wall. There's a hole right there. I'm wondering. I could do that. And we just leave it stone and then, like... Actually, we could do this. Spoosh. Num 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 num. There it is. Ba-da-doing, 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 ba-ba-ba-ding. hope you all had a great one. I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget to check out my YouTube channel at Sheep Slayer of MC. Alright, have a good one. Bye, all.